Today is day 12 of my video game review challenge. Today's theme, a video game with a really good soundtrack. The game I'll be reviewing today is Horizon Chase Turbo. I'll be playing on the Nintendo Switch today. Just a quick reminder, please subscribe to my channel. That's going to put you in the running for a Super Nintendo Classic Edition that I'll be giving away in early July. Let's get right into the review. Horizon Chase Turbo is considered to be a spiritual successor to 90s racing games like Top Gear and Outrun. If you played those games back in the day, this is an absolute must. To me, it's a true Top Gear sequel, and I have so much love for Top Gear that I fell in love with this game, the style of the game, and the soundtrack. Now, there are a few different modes in Horizon Chase Turbo, but for the majority of your time, you're probably going to be playing the World Tour mode. In World Tour mode, you have multiple races in an area that you had to complete. You earn points, and if you earn enough points, you're going to move on to the next area. Now, each race has collectibles. There's blue coins, and also if you want to get extra points, you got to keep up on your fuel. The more fuel you have at the end of a race, the more extra points you're going to get. You also start off with 3 nitros for each race, and some races have nitros scattered around the course. I suggest saving those nitros for your last lap. I usually use those on my last lap if I'm lagging behind, or if I want to get some distance between first and second place. Some other quick tips I would suggest: you're going to have to learn how to brake on the corners. If it's a sharp corner, you're going to bump into stuff. Now, the nice thing with this game, if you bump into something, you don't take any damage. It has that nice arcade feel. There are a ton of collectibles in Horizon Chase Turbo. You can unlock more cars if you earn enough points, and if you get first place in every single race in a certain area. You also get special races where you can customize, upgrade all of your cars. This is an absolute must if you want to progress in this game, if you want to continue on in this game. Horizon Chase Turbo is going to keep you really busy. There's 12 different cups with over 100 different races. Now, each race is going to be different. There might be different themes. The races might be longer, so you're going to have to learn how to conserve your fuel or choose a car that has better fuel consumption. There's just a lot of challenge, a lot of love here, a lot of replayability. I come back to this game quite often, and I absolutely love playing through this 90s nostalgia trip. There's also a few other modes that you can play with. The playground mode, which the seasons are different every single time with each different race. The endurance mode, which there's no fuel available. And then there's also a tournament mode that you can play in. Horizon Chase Turbo, there's really not too many downfalls with it. Now, I can understand if you don't like the graphics. They're not the absolute best, but in my opinion, it doesn't take away from the fun and the playability of this game. The tight controls are awesome. This is just a nice pick up and play type of game. It's not too complicated, and it does remind me of a simpler time in video games of the 1990s. One other minor complaint I have with Horizon Chase Turbo: sometimes if you're in a really tight race, the AI can be super cheap. Again, just practice and use your upgrades on your vehicles, on your cars, and you're going to get through. I have not 100% completed this game, but I think I could with a little bit more practice. It's an awesome game. You're going to have a ton of fun going through the races, and there's a lot of variety that they throw at you with different elements in each race. You can pretty much play this game anywhere. I believe you can play it on Steam, I know on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, the Xbox One. I do have a physical copy on the PlayStation 4. I love this game that much. I wouldn't mind to track down the soundtrack. That might be a possibility to add to the collection because I love the composer so much. Let's talk about the theme of the day, a video game with an awesome soundtrack. Now, first and foremost, I love Top Gear. I love that soundtrack. It's absolutely amazing. You've got to listen to it. You got to play that game. But Top Gear is a review for another day. Let's talk about the legendary video game composer, Barry Leitch. He has been in the business since the 1980s, and he has made a lot of great music for a lot of awesome games. Top Gear is one of my all-time favorite soundtracks. And when I heard Barry Leitch was working on this game and making music for this game, I knew I had to have this game. I didn't care if the game was crap, and the game is awesome, by the way, but the soundtrack just adds to the playability, the nostalgia, and just the retro feel of this game. They nailed it. Barry nailed it. And Barry uses a lot of inspiration from Top Gear. You can hear the music. It's almost like a remastered version of a lot of tracks from Top Gear. This soundtrack is a love letter to Top Gear, the soundtrack. I just can't get enough of it. I listen to this from occasion in my car, and sometimes I drive really fast because I think I'm playing Top Gear or Horizon Chase Turbo, but really, I do drive fast whenever I'm listening to this soundtrack. I shouldn't. Kids, don't drive fast. Don't go over the speed limit. Drive safe. Wear your seatbelt. Follow the laws. Don't break the laws. Anyway. So why did I pick this particular game as my favorite soundtrack, or one of my favorite soundtracks? Well, I could have gone with any number of Final Fantasy games. I could have gone with Chrono Trigger. I love all those soundtracks. Even Suikoden 1, Suikoden 2. Those soundtracks are great. But this one, for some reason, has stuck with me over the years. Now, I know I might be talking more about Top Gear at this point, but these tracks are very similar to Top Gear. And again, it's almost like a remastered version of that particular soundtrack. I picked this just because of the nostalgia I have for Top Gear and this particular style of game. Horizon Chase Turbo, it's like nostalgia within nostalgia. I love listening to the soundtrack. I love playing this game. It reminds me of playing Top Gear so much in the 90s, playing it on my Super Nintendo, playing it in high school, and then in college. So much fun. Now, how can I say it's my favorite or one of my favorites? Well, it's kind of a personal choice. And why do we like any kind of music? Because A, there's some kind of emotional response, or B, you just plain like it and it's good. I highly suggest that you get this game. Get it on the digital. It's dirt cheap. Right now, the filming of this video, it's on sale on the Nintendo Switch. And from time to time it goes on sale. Play this game. You're going to love it, especially if you love Top Gear and you have a nostalgia for that 90s Barry Leitch soundtrack. Just a quick reminder, please subscribe to my channel. I'm giving away a Super Nintendo Classic Edition. All you have to do is subscribe to me and you're entered into the contest. I will announce the winner early in July. My 4-year anniversary is coming up, and I'm super stoked to be celebrating with you guys. Giving away the Super Nintendo Classic Edition is my thanks to all of you. Thanks for watching my review. Let me know what your all-time favorite soundtrack is. Also, what is your all-time favorite racing game? We're gonna get to that. And do you prefer Horizon Chase Turbo or Top Gear? Thanks for watching.